All right, y'all. This best friend advice is hurting a lot of y'all singles because it's confusing you all. We're going to talk about it, but before we talk about it,
Hey, we're Terrence and Jill of God-Ordained Union, and we're here to do one thing and one thing only. That is to help increase God-ordained marriages.
yeah, unions, marriages, because we're pro-marriage. And this is the thing. Anybody can get married, but when you marry your person, the person who God ordains for you, not his permissive will, but his perfect will, there's an alignment that happens that is explosive because it's all about assignment, how God wants to multiply in your life. And so on this channel, we encourage those who are single and they are longing for marriage. We're longing for it with you too, because we know how you feel.
Yes.
We were both single for a very, very long time. I was 52 when we got married, never had a proposal.
54.
Never had an engagement, never had any children, never was married. And I felt like I was waiting forever, ever. But this is the thing. I refuse to settle. And so anybody can get married, but I was not willing to just marry anybody just for the sake of being married, because I like to believe I felt aligned within myself. And so I needed someone who I could align with. I knew what being in alignment was. It took me a long time to get there or get here, but it just didn't feel right to me. When I would meet somebody, I could just feel it was off. And not so much surface stuff or fleshly stuff, but I could feel in the spirit realm, and even just not just marriage. And I don't want to get off the subject, but just in general, just from, jobs and, where we were going to live and all of that. You could feel when like even a neighborhood is off. You could just feel it. But anyway, so on this channel, we encourage singles because we know how you feel, but we're not just here to encourage you to be married. We are encouraging you to be positioned for your person. That's the difference in this channel.
God has for you.
Person God has for you, his perfect will for you. And if you desire marriage, yes, he wants it for you. So you ain't got to worry about, well, maybe God doesn't want me to be married. He wants you to be married if you want to be married. And so, yes, it is his perfect will for us to be married, especially if we desire it. And he doesn't say you got to be married. He lets you have free will. But if you want to be married, he ordains it. And so, yes, it's just a matter of you being in alignment for it. All right. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Make sure you comment and share and all that good stuff. Just so you know, we go live every Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also do pre-recorded videos like this one that drops every Sunday and every Thursday. Like I gotta sneeze. Every Sunday and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also have a private group that meets every first and third Tuesdays from 8 p.m. to 10
p.m.
And we do that on Zoom. We do that off of this platform because what goes on in the group stays in the group. It's only $11 a month to join us. You can cancel at any time. You're not committed. You're not bound to us. You can cancel without notifying us. If you drop in and, you get a good conversation in there with us and you need some, some advice on something, you can come in. We talk about it. If you say you got yours, you can go ahead and leave. If you feel like the group is not for you, because it can get real deep in the group, what goes on the group stays in the group. But come in and go. You're not bound to it. So we have that available. We also do one-on-ones. One-on-ones. We are not marriage experts. We're not relationship experts. We use our experiences and the wisdom God has given us. So if you want to talk to us with a one-on-one, that is available as well. Just so you know, if you're watching this in May 2026, we have put we're not taking on any new clients, any new one-on-one clients. because we are moving.
Mhm.
So yes. We also have an ebook just for the ladies. So if you're wondering what is blocking you, because something could be blocking you, this ebook is for you, because this is how it looks. The Lord wants to give you. The Lord's not holding nothing up. He said, "No good thing will I withhold from you." I'm a son of the shield. And I give oh my gosh, I don't want to misquote the scripture, but the part that like just resonates with me. No good thing will he withhold from you if you walk upright before, if you are in alignment with him. And so he wants to give it to you. But what this looks like in the spirit realm is that you're like this. You're all blocked up. Your whole like, I don't want it. Even though you might not be saying it, you're positioned like that. And so he wants to give you this future spouse. And so the ebook is for you if you feel like you are blocked up. Also, we have a prayer call that meets every Friday night at
the prayer call goes every Friday night from 11:50 p.m. through midnight.
Yes. And that's on Zoom as well. To learn more about the prayer call on our website, go to the calendar on our website. You'll see the Zoom information. And everything else from the ebook to the one-on-ones, all of that is on our website, www.godordainedunion.com. Also follow us on IG. That's where, you'll see the behind the scenes, our day-to-day, our lifestyle.
What we do from time to time.
Yes, outside of being right here.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so the other day I was scrolling through IG, just happened to be scrolling through IG, and I saw the cutest video, and it was a husband, and he said, "Y'all, my wife told me that I was her best friend." He said, "Man, yeah, maybe I still have that video." He said, "Man, y'all don't know what that did to me." He said, "Y'all don't know what that actually did to me." He said, "It did something." And he said, as a matter of fact, he said, I must have erased. I must have found that yesterday. He says, matter of fact, I started crying. He said, because she told me I was her best friend. And so we've got to talk about this, because this is a new revelation for me as well. But I had to really sit with it, because I'm experiencing it. We're experiencing this. And so this might go against some things that
you've heard on social media.
You've heard, well, not just even social media. We've heard this well before social media. And we need to talk about it, because we got some perspective. Like, we got some different perspective these days. And yeah, it might be the reason why you are being friend zoned. All right. So, husband.
Yes, baby.
What is the best friend advice that's hurting singles, and why is it hurting singles?
To me, the best friend advice that's hurting singles is that you should find a best friend first, and then find your spouse in that best friend.
Right. So they'll say be friends first.
Yes. I think that is the worst advice.
Yeah.
That you can get as a single person.
And I'm just realizing that. I'm just realizing that is not the best advice.
I believe that is the worst advice given to singles that are interested in being married. And what I'm going to share is what I consider my argument for that opinion that I have, for that belief that I have.
Okay.
Now, I'm also going to preface this by saying, this ain't the entire list that I'm going to give you tonight.
He been writing since I got home.
This is not the entire list, but I wanted to narrow it down so I wouldn't keep y'all lonely all night.
Okay.
But don't get it twisted. It could be a part 2 if y'all throw some comments out there that says, "Oh, we like this. We need to go deeper and get the rest of them." Okay. But I say that to say Let me start with number one, okay? So here's why I feel that is the worst advice given to singles right now. First of all, a best friend and a spouse serve two different roles. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They are not the same person. Okay? They serve two different roles.
It's two different roles.
Okay? And you need to know that up front. Because there are some things, finding a best friend first ain't going to help you with finding a spouse in that same person.
So it's like you meet the person and you thinking to yourself, I want to develop a friendship first. I want to be friends first. And so what that does, it takes you down one way.
Yes.
But if you're saying, I'm looking for marriage,
it's going to take you down another
different way. I'm learning this too, y'all. I'm learning this.
Again, this is my belief, right? So here's why I'm sharing this with you for number one. If you go down the best friend route first, okay, that best friend could be somebody you enjoy being with. It's just somebody you enjoy being with, okay? Spending your time with. Somebody you can relax with. Somebody you can unwind with. Somebody you can just let all the pressures of the day go, okay? Because it doesn't have to mean anything.
Somebody you can vent to.
Yes. But a spouse is somebody you're going to build with. That's somebody you're going to build a covenant with.
Wow.
Okay? A friendship is somebody you just enjoy being around.
Yeah.
It's comfort. Okay?
It's comfort. Yeah, because when you get to building covenant, that is a level of intimacy.
That's a whole nother level.
Is different.
That you don't need for a friendship. But you gotta have for a marriage. For a spouse. That's who you want in your spouse. You want somebody you can build with because it's going to be a covenant. We said that in previous videos. A marriage is a covenant.
It's a covenant. I mean, yeah.
So the problem is by going after a friendship first, what most singles do with that mindset, okay, they evaluate people that they meet, okay, for comfort. When they should be evaluating them for covenant. And that's where the issue comes with me. When you and I met, I wasn't looking for a friend. I was looking for somebody that I can date that is going to be my future wife. I was wanting somebody I can build something with. I wasn't planning, we can be friends tomorrow.
You was looking for a team player.
Exactly. You know, and it's funny because we talked about this just before. If I was building a basketball team, look, we can be friends. Magic Johnson said it best about him and Isaiah Thomas. He said, we can be friends after the playoffs. Right now, I want to win a championship. We put friendship aside. I want a spouse. I wanted a spouse. That's what I got. She and I became friends after we got married.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
So that's number one. You need to be evaluating people for covenant, not comfort. Okay, that's number one. Number two, best friends don't require you to grow. Hear me now. Best friends don't require you to grow.
Wow.
What does that mean? That means you don't have to be consistent. That means there may be no accountability. That means you're just chilling with somebody. But your future spouse, that person is going to stretch you. That person is going to help you grow. That person can also help you within your transformation. That ain't going to come from a best friend. That's going to come from your spouse. You need to understand there's a difference.
And you know why this hits home for me? That it was hitting me all personal ways because I started to think about it. I have best friends from my childhood. I have a set of best friends from my childhood. And one of my best friends from my childhood, so it was 4 of us growing up. We were best friends, all the same age. We all came from, like quote unquote single parent households or whatever at the time when my, young mother households, I should say. So we had a, very compatible, whatever. One of our friends never made it out of the projects, and she became a victim of her environment. But I still consider her my best friend to this day because we have history together. We have length of time. We have our childhood. We share. But as I got older, I got other friends. I got college friends. I got friends business friends. That friendship never required, my friendship with her does not require her to be, us to be growing at the same time. It just doesn't.
Wow.
And I thought when you said that, I was like, oh my God, that's right. Because you could literally leave a friend where they are and still get together for a happy hour or for, whatever.
Look, you just tipped into another example that I wasn't even thinking about. Think about this. You can have a friendship in high school, go to college, drop that friendship off at graduation because you're going to get another friendship developed in college, which means, like you said, they don't have to grow.
I mean, yeah.
You can graduate from college, drop that friendship off, pick up another friendship in business or whatever after college. So that person didn't even have to develop. They stayed, you left them right in the season that you met them.
Y'all, when I say this has hit home for me, this is why now I'm realizing why a couple of months ago, well, it's been maybe a year or two, we did a video about why I'm over girls' trips. I grew from that. Like, seriously, like I have no desire. No, I maxed out on that season. I maxed out. And it does that did not require to grow to the marriage level. Now I want more married friendships.
Listen,
this is like really hitting home. Like, it is a difference. Friendship and marriage is 2 different things. Two different relationships. Hugely different.
And here's the thing, because a friendship can sustain with low accountability, without consistency, okay, without evolution and growing. It can sustain itself with that because there's no responsibility attached to it that it has to do something.
Right.
But that doesn't sustain a marriage.
That's why the Bible said there's a friend that sticketh closer than a brother, because there's no requirements of the friendship. It can just maintain just as it is.
But you have to have a spouse that is capable of handling, a conflict resolution.
Yeah, your vulnerabilities.
For helping you when, you're at your weakest moment, being understanding and having grace. And you have to have a spouse that is capable of all of those things. But you don't have to have a friendship that can do that, a friend that can do that at all.
I mean, you might be able to vent to your friend, for an hour or two, but that ends. A spouse is with you all the time through all of the good and the bad, the vulnerability, the weakest moments. Your spouse is the one who's going to see my husband is the only person on earth that has seen all of me, all in my adult years, I should say, because he didn't know me as a child. But as far as adult Jill, it is my husband, not my parents, not my sisters, as close as we are. And I used to say my best girlfriends were closer than me and my sisters at some points, but not even them, not even my sisters. No, it's my husband have seen all of me.
Listen, your spouse needs to be able to carry the weight with you. Okay? Not just make you laugh. They need to be able to say, look, we in this together.
We in this together.
You ain't in this by yourself. You don't have to carry the full burden of this by yourself. I got you.
Right. A friend
can say, look, I feel you.
I feel you, but I got my own burden to carry.
Yeah, I'm going home. I'll holler at you tomorrow.
You know, I got you in any other way, girl. I got you. But like, listen, I got my own burden to carry. But I'm going to be here to listen to you.
Yeah. So that was point number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Point number 3 is singles, I think, sometimes mistake, and I say this again, comfort for compatibility. There's a difference. You know, a friendship, they just want to hang out with you. They want somebody that's easy to talk to, that's easy to just kick it with, that all the responsibilities was left at work or left wherever it was. This weekend, you just taking all the pressures off and saying, look, we just going to chill.
And this is the thing with that, with compatible, a friend can only need to be, you could develop a friendship with somebody who only need to be compatible with you in one area. Because, you know, we all have that one work friend that we could, you know, everything, or we might have that one church friend, or, you know what I mean? So you might have so it doesn't take compatibility.
Right.
It just takes some mutual interest. Mutual settings, mutual shared, shared interest. Only one. And it could be almost a half one. It could be, you know, some people can, it could be that your friend, your sister's friend. Your sister's friend is enough for you to say, girl, me and her, when we go out to happy hour, we have a good time. Or wherever. Or when me and her, we can vacation together. We do great girl trips together. You don't need nothing else but that one friend to do that, serve in that one area, and it's a friend. And you're looking for that sometimes in a spouse first. And that is out of order. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you good. You good. Look, a God-ordained spouse is going to stretch you. They're going to help you grow. You're not going to get that from just enjoying to hang out with somebody that you're just comfortable hanging out with. Okay. Basically, I hope you're getting the thing that there's a point in friendship that doesn't require responsibility, doesn't require maturity, doesn't require whatever it takes to actually build something.
It's easy.
You know, and they know they don't have that responsibility. So like she said, at the end of the day, they can look at you and be like, look, I'm so sorry you're going through that, but I'm going home.
Right.
You know, call me when you feel better.
That's why it's easy for girl, get rid of him.
Yeah.
Girl, please move on. It's so easy for them because they don't have that. Yeah, it doesn't require much.
Now, I'm getting ready to talk about number 4.
How many you got? 5?
I just got 5 because I told you I cut my list in half.
Okay.
But number 4 is what I initially said my perspective is on this. And that is your spouse, your God-ordained spouse, usually is going to become your friend, your best friend by default over time. So by dating purposely to find your God-ordained spouse, you're going to get both anyway. But you're going to get it in the right order, and you're going to get it for the right reason. And when the friendship comes, it's going to be in the right time. But if you do it in the backwards order, you might miss a person that should be your spouse because you're trying to be friends.
Which often leads into the friend zone.
Exactly. The strongest marriages, usually after you build trust, okay? After you establish someone that you have loyalty with, after you build all these covenants, then you're going to say, wow, that's my best friend right there. I've shared the most vulnerable times of my life. I've shared the most horrific things in my life with this person that I've never shared with anybody else. But that comes over time. It's not something you're going to put before and then try to make that person to be your spouse when you didn't require the necessary values in them to be a friend.
Which See, all this hits personal for me, which becomes a threat to the best friend that has been in that position for so long. That's where the issue, and the best friend, your best friend, can see where it's going, where the relationship is going.
Sees their future as the best friend. They see that time
is about to come.
Has a limitation
on it.
Wow.
That's why because they know that they can only give but a limited portion. They can't give everything. They can't. They don't got the intimacy or they can't help carry the weight. They don't have that power. And so so when we joke and say, well, this is my best friend, when I say that, it's like he really is my best friend. And he literally became my best friend. It really was afterwards. Like we started, he was like an acquaintance, but I was getting to know him. I was like, but Terrence became my best friend. I think you became my best friend in our engagement, right? You became my best friend. You were starting to grow into my friend. Like we were building together. You had already proposed, but then I started to like you. I like being around you more and more. And we started having interest. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you good. Because I was going to say, and all of this is why, okay, a best friend out of marriage comes as a result of the covenant that you have developed together. It didn't come as a prerequisite for the friendship.
Or for the marriage.
Yes.
It didn't come as a prerequisite for the marriage.
No, it came as a result of the covenant that you have together between
you. As a result.
You. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And so that's why like I said, that right there.
Wow.
I'm just trying to tell you.
This is really hitting home for me.
Y'all have been given some advice that has been going against what it is you truly say you want in your heart.
Yeah, it's you looking for covenant. You're not looking for comfort, as you said.
Now, here's my last one that I'm going to share with you in this video, okay? A spouse, a God-ordained spouse, must handle some things, some parts of you that a friend will never have to handle. Okay? What I mean by that? I mean by your weaknesses. There are going to be times when you're going to have some weaknesses shown in your marriage. And that spouse is going to be able to handle what you need them to handle while you're in that state. Okay? Your vulnerability. Okay? There's going to be some things when you're going through, and I said this a little earlier, healing seasons you're going to be going through. That spouse is there to handle that. Your friendships never have to handle those things. When you go through the worst parts of what you feel you're going through, when you're at your worst and you don't want people to see you, guess who see you? Your spouse.
You know what's funny about
this? Guess who don't get to see you or choose not to see you? Your best friend. Girl, call me when you're feeling better.
Yep. You know what's funny about this? Another part that a spouse carries that a best friend can't is financial responsibility. Get into a financial bind and have to ask your best friend for money. For one, you'll probably hesitate. You probably will be a little hesitant to ask. But if you do ask for the money and you do get the money, say it's $5,000 you need to pay your car note and your bills because you got laid off. Say you need $3,000 or what have you. And say you thought you was going to be able to pay it back, in a month or two, but you can't. Watch how far that friendship will go.
Look, I'll take it a step further. Whether you pay the money back or not, I believe the fact that you asked is going to destroy that friendship over time for one reason or another. Because either you're going to feel obligated to that person now because you're going to feel like you owe them something, or you, like she just said, you didn't pay them back in a certain amount of time. Now they're going to have resentment towards you because they feel you owe them something. Either way, I believe that a friendship will dissolve itself over money as soon as you asking for it, whether they give it to you or not.
And I guess the big thing is that friendship is more conditional.
Mm-hmm.
Covenant
that's a good word
is
for this.
more unconditional.
Yes.
Friendship is more conditional. I don't care how long you've been friends. It could be your childhood best friend. I don't care how long you've been friends. When I say this goes so deep, and let me tell you why it's hitting home. Because even though my mom is 16 years older than my older sister, 18 years older than me, we've always had a mom that we could relate to. She could relate with us. We could talk about just about anything with. She always made it plain, I'm not your friend. We never had that dynamic. I'm your mother. I'm not, and I love that. I don't need my mother to be my friend. And I did not even realize that until I got older. Like sometimes you can get friends come a dime a dozen. You need those relationships that are your relationships by God. Your mother, your husband, you need those types of dynamics. Friendships, they're so fluid and lucid. They can, but I always said my mom is my best friend. My mom wasn't our best friend. My mom was our mom. Period.
And you need to understand that. So it goes back to my original point. For those of you that have been told that you need to find a best friend and then marry that person, somebody told you wrong. Somebody told you wrong. If you are telling God that you choose to be married, that you desire to be married, then you need to intentionally date to find that person, that spouse. Don't worry about being friends. Find the spouse.
And we could have, if not downright out and say it, be friends first, we could have implied it to be. And I think in the terms of friendship, if we implied it, it was more because we were trying to say you got to be compatible. There's a compatibility. There's got to be a mutual interest. There's got to be some shared interest. But as far as being just emphatically say, no, y'all got to be friends first. And then, and let me take that back. We said get to know the person.
And here's the thing. For lack of creating confusion, if you are in a relationship to get to know somebody, and it is a long relationship where you're dating for an extended, you may become friends. Okay? I'm not saying not to, but I'm saying don't go with the intent of saying I'm going to find a friend first.
Right.
Then I want to marry that person, because
it still started as an interest for covenant. It's still going in the right order. It just may have come at a sooner time in the process of the relationship, but it's still, quote unquote, in the right order. It's the covenant that's being established and the friendship is riding on the back of it. But it's not, okay, well, and this is why we wanted to also do this video, is because there's somebody out there, or one or two or three, because the advice is saying, be friends first, be friends first. You're probably sitting there wondering, your platonic friend that you've been friends with for 15 years, and now you're getting older and older, and you're thinking, well, maybe Joshua is my husband. We were college friends, and, well, maybe that's my husband. And he's been your platonic friend forever. And what it's doing is it's drawing confusion. No, he's probably not your husband. But because you're taking advice, that you got to be friends first, you're considering a platonic, nothing to it relationship, but just a friendship. You're thinking of it as more than what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, with that being said,
Whew.
understand you need to be clear about what it is you're looking for before you start a relationship.
Right. Well, maybe we could be friends first.
Look, there's a way you can do it, and you may find one and not the other. There's a way you can do it and may not find neither. Or there's a way you can do it and find them both.
Mm.
You figure out which is best for you.
Now I'm starting to think. I remember when I used to be on the EH like years ago, and I remember me being coy and just wanted to, control the situation. I remember I used to like when guys would hit me up on the app, and I would say, well, I'm trying to be, I used to say that, well, I'm just, looking for a friendship first. I'm trying to, I'm not looking, guys were I'm not looking for a friend. I'm not looking for a friend. And I used to be like, oh gosh, he's mean and and he would cut me off. And I'd be like, oh gosh, well, he's not the one because, I'm taking it slow and I want to get to know you first. And I think that that's also, like we said, is the misconception. Getting to know somebody and being a friend is really two different things. You got to get to, you know what I mean? It's confusing.
Yeah, it's two different things.
It's confusing. And so now I'm like, dang, this is really starting to hit home, because now I don't look at friendships the same. Mm-hmm. I just don't.
That's why I was up front. Look, this is what I'm looking for. This is where I'm headed. I don't want no confusion.
Let me tell you something. Even now, all of my friendships, my frontliners, they either fall in one or two or both categories. We build spiritually or business. But it's not just one of those, let's go to brunch. It's not those. No. I don't have those types of friendships. Let's just go to brunch. It's either we are in deep conversation about the Lord and developing our relationship with the Lord and building spiritually, or we're building business. We're building financially.
Okay.
And I do have some friendships where we are literally in the trenches and they look at me more as a mentor, where we're building like character and emotional health and mental, But yeah, it's about, if you don't have that building type, it's just a friendship that's just, we take girls trips and we do brunch every, Sunday after church. They ain't for me no more. I ain't say I ain't never did it, but I ain't interested in that.
Yeah.
That's why I gotta leave the childhood friends where they are in the childhood. Gotta leave the college friends. We had our season where they are, back in the memory in the college days. That's just how it is.
Yeah. So with that being said, I pray that this puts you on the path of wanting to see what God says about your situation.
Yes.
But it also helps you pray that God gives you clarity on what it is you truly are desiring. So when you go into your next relationship, you're going into it with the right mindset, for the right thing, the right heart posture, so you can get what it is you want.
Yes. Yes.
And with that being said,
friend zone.
As always, we look forward to seeing you guys in our next video.
Yeah.
Peace.